G'day humans! Today I'm talking about In Times Like These and the Chronothon by Nathan Van Coops. So these are the first two books of a time travel series. Now I'll tell you right up front that I really enjoyed these books. So in the first book we start off with a group of friends and they're all likeable characters, they're all good mates, and we follow these characters through the story, and as we go we kind of start to feel like we're becoming part of this friendship group, and I really liked that. Some cool characters. So they basically, through a freak accident, get sent back through time to the 1980s. So they're living in the time when they were actually children. So they've got to figure out how this happened and how they can get back. Now, as things go, they discover they're not the only time travelers in the world, and they come across a scientist who appears to be the inventor of time travel. And so he takes them through, teaches them how it all works. They're like, why can't you just zap us back to the present right now? And he has to explain that there's a lot to learn before you can safely use time travel. See, these books really delve into the concepts of time travel and how it works in this universe. And the systems the book puts in place are very logically consistent with each other, within universe, which I really like. I've come across so many time travel stories, mostly on TV, where it's just not consistent even with itself, and you really notice the difference. It pays attention to a lot of things that most time travel stories don't even bother to delve into. For example, say you're standing out the front yard of your house, you're standing barefoot on the grass, and you send yourself forward through time 3 days. The orientation of those blades of grass is going to be different 3 days from now. They're going to be a bit longer because the grass has grown. They maybe have a different orientation because the wind's going a different way, and your foot is not going to be there to be pushing them down. So when you appear, those blades of grass are going to be going straight up, which means that you're going to get this grass embedded in your foot as you appear. Now that's just the beginning. Imagine if you were standing in a parking spot and you travelled to a point in time where there was a car there. You start to see the problem. And of course there's the age-old issue of Earth's movement through space. Earth is orbiting the sun, and galactic drift and all that. So if you travelled into another time, the Earth is not going to be in the same spot it was. So you're going to find yourself floating in space. These books address that as well. The way they do that was what they call a gravitite particle. They use physical objects as anchors that have this particle in them. And so when you travel to an anchor, you appear wherever in space that object is. Now this allows you also then to travel not through time but through space as well. So if you want to go to medieval England, you can go straight there. You're not going to end up in medieval wherever you happen to be at the beginning. So yeah, this was a really cool book, this first one in the series, and it introduced us to this world. If I'm making it sound like it was just a big info dump of science and technology, it's not at all. There's plenty of drama, and it's all good stuff. Really easy to read, well paced. So book one was a great introduction, and as deep as it went into things, at the same time it felt kind of like it was just dipping its toe into this world. Now as I started to read book two, the Chronothon, that became clear that was very much the case, that there's so much more that the author had, but he didn't want to just dump it all on us in book one. So book one is a nice easy introduction into this world, and then book two we start to see the wider world. So the Chronothon is about a race through time. Remember that old TV show, The Amazing Race, and they'd go different places in the world and all of that? It's like that, except travelling through time. So they have to travel to different periods throughout history and collect relics. Now, most of the people in this race are from the future, from a time where time travel is quite normal and just a part of their life. Our main character is from present day, where time travel is not known, it's not a thing. So their time travel devices are more advanced than his, and they kind of have this advantage where they understand this world, and he doesn't. It's all still very new to him, which is kind of how he gets conned into going in this race without even realizing what's going on. So I really enjoyed this one. This was a fun adventure, as you can just imagine from the premise. So they travel everywhere from ancient Egypt through to a space station orbiting an alien planet in the future. Great stuff. But it's not all just light and fluffy. It deals with some serious issues as well. Again, good drama, good characterization. Through all of this also, there's a very slow burn romance between the main character and the scientist's daughter. And that felt very natural and believable. So I really liked that too. So yeah, a fantastic series, a lot of fun, some great time travel concepts. If you enjoy time travel, you really want to check out these books. There's a whole bunch more in the series that I haven't read yet, but you can be sure that I will be reading them. The author also has a couple of shorter works set in this world you can get for free by signing up to his email list, and they're very much worth checking out as well. So you don't even have to pay for them, so you might as well. So yeah, highly recommend the In Times Like These series by Nathan Van Coops. Some great time travel reading. So check it out. Give them a read. If you have read these, let me know in the comments what you thought. Maybe what your favourite book in the series is. And I'll see you next time. Catch you later.